All right, guys, you know I've got the Slapz audio mids and highs in, and it's just a matter of when I'm going to put them in the Tahoe, right? Here's the thing, man. These freaking Gale Force F1s sound so dang good in there. I don't know. I'm freaking out, right? Trying to decide if I want to actually do it. But I really want to. I want to find out what they're going to sound like. What do you think, buddy? What? Meow? Bass cat. Yeah. So I've been jamming on these Gale Force F1s for a while. And they absolutely do the thing. I mean, the mids and highs, the tweeter in them is blended so well with the mid. It just sounds so luscious. They're waterproof and all that stuff. Let me show you what we're going to put in there. So what we're going to put in there is about as budget as you're going to get. Slapz audio, 6.5 Pro audio, 8 ohm speakers. And now the ones that are in there now are 4 ohm speakers. So these are going to be getting, you know, like half the power of those. But I think we're going to be okay. I can still, the amp still has some in it. I have them turned down quite a bit. I think I can turn them up a little bit and compensate for the higher ohm load. But check these guys out, man. These are freaking sick. Slapz audio, baby. The basket's just really good. It's got a nice, everything on it is just nice. Got a big old voice coil in there. It's got nice push terminals, you know, good quality stuff. I mean, it's hard to believe the price range on these things. And if you don't know about that, you need to go over to Slapz Audio and check them out. I'll tell you that they're inexpensive. And for what you're getting, and you're getting a really, really good speaker for a very good price. Got the gasket on the front, which we're not going to need because we're mounting them, you know, the flange will be on the outside. But being that this is a bass head vehicle and I do events where I give demos, people get in and out of the car all the time. Their feet come in, the feet go out. The doors are just right there, just right for the kicking, you know what I'm saying? So I have some of these wonderful, virtually indestructible thump covers from customspeakerpods.com. They will work phenomenally well. You'll notice that they don't line up with the architecture of the logo on the dust cap, but they do line up with the holes nicely, and so they'll work. And that's the visual you'll get. And the problem is with these is those speakers are really cool, and I want that logo to be visible. So I'm trying to figure out a way to protect them, but also keep them visible. Now over here in the box of grills, I've got these guys, which are a very simple grill with no logo on them. And they would look pretty good on here. And the holes, of course, it's got the forward and X pattern, so they'll line up and allow the logo to show through, make them look really clean. I've also got, I wish I had more of these. I got 4 of those, right? Now, I wish I had 4 of these Memphis grills. I could actually paint over this logo and make these look good, because check this out. That would look sick, man. Right? It's freaking brilliant. From a walk-up view, they would just look really good. They would look really, really good. I like these grills. But I only have 3 of those grills. Now, of course, I got some of the Audio Dynamics grills. I have some of this. I have some of the standard issue thump covers also from customspeakerpods.com, which I could put on here. But I'm not sure how I feel about it. They work, and they do allow a visual, but I don't even know if I have 4 of those. I have to look in a different location. I've got at least 2 of them. I think I have 4, but I don't know what the other 2 are. I got this kind of assembled here. So that's how it'll look. What do you guys think? You think, yeah, I know y'all are going, yeah. There's going to be a bunch of you guys that are like, this is cool, right? And I agree. There's also going to be a bunch of guys going, do that, you know, or find the other two of these things and do this. So down in the comments, guys, on this video, let me know what you want me to do, what you think I could be doing. Now, aside from this situation, we have another problem. That one is just a choice problem. This one is more of a physics problem. So these are the beautiful tweeters that go in here, the bullet tweeters. And they go in the build, but these things are too big to go on my pods. And I know I can sort out the issue with the capacitor is really kind of just, I mean, it's just right there. You know what I'm saying? I can sort this out. I can get this to work. I'm not concerned about that. I know it'll be hard, but I can slip it in there and can jigger it in. The problem is my hole is round. My mounting surface is also round. This has a square mounting surface, and it's this part, the magnet's even bigger than the frame, right? So I gotta cut the hole out big enough for this magnet to go through here. And that magnet actually sits flush when you look at it this way, and it's just bigger this way. So I gotta cut the hole out to fit this big huge magnet going through there. And then the flange will be just the tiniest bit of flange left if I cut this hole out. And it's just going to be right here, like this, right? So this part, these tabs will be kind of hanging over the circular part that they're mounting to, and it's going to look like it doesn't work right. I think I can make it work, but it's not going to look right. Will it sound good? I don't know. These are some honking tweeters, man. For those math wizards out there, the tweeter is a 250 volt, 3.3 farad capacitor on it, and I think that's going to be somewhere around 7K or 8K, something like that. They look absolutely fabulous, and they would really bring a lot of brightness to the doors. Now, if I put those tweeters in there, this would be the obvious solution. So, you know, like I said, decisions, they freaking never end. So, if I put these thumb covers on, right, with these tweeters, that's a nice looking setup, right? I know. The deal is, again, the logo gets hid. I don't really want I want the logo to be visible. It kind of worked, but the bigger problem is this not fitting in the hole. So we're out here where the current setup is, and there's the Go Force F1s. I could use the grills off of these, but I really don't want to. So I'd have to block them out, and they would look cool, but then I wouldn't have them for the F1s. So here's my big tweeter problem. Let's look at this. So here is the existing tweeter. As you can see, that magnet is big. Let's have a closer look. Okay, so I got the tweeter pulled out of here. You can see we had to cut these tabs for the tweeter to fit in there. Now, if I look at the tweeter that was in here, dang it, that ring's stuck. Well, that's close enough. Hold on. So if you look at the tweeter that was in here, and this is the TW120B, the cheapest tweeter that DS18 builds. And it has this ring so that you can add, ringness to it. Anyway, if you look at this guy, and we'll compare it to this one. Okay, kind of see a difference, right? So these magnets are probably not going to jive together very well. Actually, they do. They don't get too crazy. But there's a big difference in the magnet right there. This magnet just barely fits through that hole. So I got to make that much bigger to get that one in there. Now, if we look at the front to get an idea about that, let's get that ring out of the way. Just using the screw holes as the indicator here, you can see that this one overhangs by like the entire hole. Okay, and here's the holes. So as you can see, the holes are going to be outside of the flange. Oh my God. What are you barking about? Good grief. Let me go see my buddy. The other one's being annoying. This little girl right here though, she's my friend. What's you doing, baby? What you doing, baby? Yeah, what you doing, baby? Yeah, what you doing? Yeah, I know, she's loud, yeah. She's a loud girl. Yeah, she's a loud girl. Will you hush? She's trying to get in, is what it is. Trying to get Daddy to let her in. Hollering at him. Hey, let me in. Yeah. And this little girl right here is just being annoyed by it. Yeah, she's just being annoyed. Oh, got that leg going. Hush. Hush. Yeah. Anyway, sidetracked. So as you can see, once I get the cutout, it's going to basically take up this entire flat space here, and then the flanges are going to overhang. So that leads to the next question. Where do I put them? I don't think that's a good idea. Even if I did, I don't think they would fit if I cut this out. I don't think there's enough space back there. There's enough space for a small little 1-inch dome back there. And if you're thinking about these things, while they would fit here mostly, because these are 3.5s, so they should fit in here. I don't think they would fit the depth of them. I don't think it's nearly deep enough to accommodate this rather deep magnet. So that's not a good spot. There is one option though. Over on CustomPickerPods.com's website, they do have a setup just like this, but it's made for the 3.5s or 4s. It would work on these guys. It's got the square landing for the flange to go on, everything. I might have to get in touch with them, I think. See what we can work out. Good times all around, baby. I don't know. So we're looking at these guys. Notice how they have the square flanges to fit that type of tweeter. They're going to work really nice. And we'll have to see how it goes, man. I don't know. We're waiting to see what happens at CustomPickerPods.com, baby. Yeah.